Okay guys, here's chapter 4. And this is part 4 or 4A. I'm not sure, but by the end of this video, I'll tell you if it's going to be part 4 or part 4A. Okay, so the first thing you need to do in this chapter is talk to Sandy.
Sandy? Yeah.
Because, when you talk to Sandy, she gives you the oxygen tanks because they can only get fueled up in oxygen springs. And then you saw the telescope turn gray and blue, right? That means there's a new place open on the map. So the first place that's open on the map, the first new place that's open on the map in this chapter is called Oxygen Springs. And then you need to go to Oxygen Springs and talk to this intercom. See, you can't go into Oxygen Springs unless you're wearing a jacket. So the next thing you need to do is walk back to the map so you could see the so walk out of Oxygen Springs and then go back to the rocket landing and then click this sign to fix it. And you need to remember this phone number because you need to call this place a little later on in this chapter. So the next thing you need to do is go back to Sandy's rocket. And then you'll see that that a clip is going. And then the next thing you need to do is talk to Sandy again to let her know that Oxygen Springs didn't work.
Sandy? Well, oh, it's just, well, so, okay. Sandy, put your face and okay.
See? Because after you go to Oxygen Springs, you need to walk back to Sandy's rocket and talk to Sandy because you need to let her know that you couldn't get into Oxygen Springs because you needed to be wearing a jacket. So when you talk to Sandy a second time after you do Oxygen Springs, you saw the telescope turn gray and blue, right? That means there's a new place open on the map. So the second new place that's open on the map in this chapter is called Waverly Hills. See, because first you need to talk to Sandy, and then it opened Oxygen Springs, and you need to talk to the intercom, and then you need to go back to the rocket landing, and that led you to the place where the sign is located, and that led you to the place where the sign is located, and then you needed to walk back to Sandy's rocket and talk to Sandy to let her know that you couldn't get into Oxygen Springs unless you were wearing a jacket. And then she thinks her old friend Calfish Craig would have one, and he lives in Waverly Hills. So the next thing you need to do is go to Waverly Hills. And then you need to click this palm tree and get this normal coconut. Because I'll tell you why a little later in this video. So the first thing you need to do is pick up that normal coconut, which I did. And then you need to walk to this gate because you see no water is coming through the fountain. So you need to click this pump to make the water be activated. And then after the water is activated, you'll see how the pump is going like that. That's the key to let you know that the water in the fountain is there. So now you need to walk back to the fountain and you need to fill yourself up with water because you need to be heavy enough to get You need to be heavy enough when you're on the pressure plate to open the gate.
Oh boy, I feel bloated. All that water made me extra heavy.
See, like, I'll show you what I mean. See how SpongeBob is heavy and he's filled up with water right now? The next thing you need to do is go to this gate, and then when you're on this pressure plate, you see when you're heavy like this,
Got jammed open.
you see when you're heavy like this, then the gates will open for you.
Those houses look like they cost a lot
So-
of money.
So I'm gonna first, come out here so you can see SpongeBob's not heavy anymore. And then the next thing so then after you, open the gate when you're filled up with water, you need to go through the gate, and then you need to go to this shack that's located right here. See where my finger is?
That shack looks a little out of place here.
And then the next thing you need to do is enter the shack. And then you need to walk to this back room. And you can see a golden coconut is holding the bill. Because, Cowfish Craig's next door neighbor doesn't like how Cowfish Craig is stealing the neighbor's... Actually, the name is Carlton, so let me rephrase that. So, Carlton doesn't like how Cowfish Craig is stealing his golden coconuts. You know, like, Carlton doesn't like it since Cowfish Craig is stealing Carlton's golden coconuts. So the reason why we had to get the normal coconut where the fountain is because we need to replace the normal coconut with the golden coconut, because we need to give the golden coconut back to Carlton. Like, I'll show you what I mean. See? And then the next thing because you see, the thing you had to do was swap the normal coconut with the golden coconut like I did. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is walk out of the pedestal, and then walk out of the back room, and then exit the shack. And then go back to where you could see these houses. And then you need to walk to this golden mansion, and then give Carlton back his golden coconut, like so.
I got your golden coconut.
And see, he gives you a quarter.
A quarter?
Well, I don't carry much.
And then the next thing,
Golden coconuts.
so you understood what I meant when I was trying to rephrase for, when we were swapping the normal coconut with the golden coconut, for me telling you the reason why we need to get the normal coconut, right? If you do, that's great. So then the next thing you need to do after Carlton gives you the quarter is you need to click the map and then go back to the rocket landing, and now you need to memorize this number. And then you need to go back to Sandy's rocket, and now you need to use this phone booth, and then you need to put the quarter in the slot and memorize the number that you saw on the billboard. Like so. So the number is triple five, which is meaning pushing the 5 3 times, and quadruple 4, meaning pushing the 4 4 times.
Hello, this is Sublime Seafoods. How may I help you?
I need directions. Where are you guys?
We are located at the top of a great hill that rises from the Cape Forest. The view is breathtaking, I assure you, madame.
I'm not a madam.
Oh, I apologize, mademoiselle. How silly of me.
Try again.
Oh, goodness, 1,000 apologies. Sir?
You got it.
Well, sir, we are very easy to find. We are located
finished up talking over the phone to Sublime Seafoods, you saw the telescope turn gray and blue again, right? That means there's a new place open on the map, and this will be... And you saw the telescope turn gray and blue, right? That was the last time you saw a new place open on the map in this chapter. So, the next thing you need to do is click the map, and then and then you'll hear me snap the last time. You'll hear me snap one more time, and this will be the last time. See, so that you guys know that the colors just appeared. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is go to Sublime Seafoods, and then talk to this guy in the security gate, and the name is actually Tony, because there's only a little guy in the security gate. Like, I'll show you what I mean. See? And then the next thing you need to do is walk over here. And then the next thing you need to do after you talk to Tony is walk to this side and talk to Timmy here. Because you need his permission. Because you need his permission to use the binoculars. And when you talk to him the first time, he gives you permission to use the binocular. Because, because when you walk over here to this side, you can see the binoculars are located over there. Because the first time you talk to Timmy, he gives you permission to use the binoculars. So the next thing you need to do is walk over here to the side where you can see the binoculars, and then use the binoculars to find Sublime Seafoods. And you need to memorize the slogan because Timmy has a contest to see if you can remember the new slogan Sublime Seafoods has. And if you say it to Timmy, you get an invitation which you need to give to Timmy, which will open the gate for you to go to Sublime Seafoods. Like, I'll show you what I mean. See, SpongeBob just said the slogan, so now he needs to say it to Timmy. See, and then he gives you the invitation, and then you need to walk back over here to Tony, and then give him the invitation. See what I mean? Okay, so the next thing you need to do is walk up these stairs and then walk up this path so you could see Sublime Seafoods. And then you need to go to Sublime Seafoods. Because you see, you need to follow this path because this path is the only way to get to Sublime Seafoods. So, and since we're in Sublime Seafoods, I'm going to stop the part here.